Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Issue Crew Movie Reviews subsection Dragon Wheel. That's right, folks. We are back once again with another randomly selected Dragon Ball film. And at the end of this one, we're going to randomly select another Dragon Ball film. That's how the show works, baby! I've got Mo Diggity here with me.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Already you've shown more, hype and more machismo than anyone on the fucking LolCow podcast. God damn. So, Riley is a huge fan of that freaking podcast, right? Of that show, because they're having editor problems, they're no longer apparently gonna have episodes on YouTube anymore. And so, everyone,
No. Okay,
Keemstar
so
wants people.
let me explain that a little better. So, how the Lolcow podcast works is there's like essentially in the past, there was 2 episodes a week. One of those was a podcast that Keemstar had nothing to do with, where Tommy C, Boogie and Wings, and usually a guest have a podcast, and that gets put out on YouTube every Sunday. That still happens. But then there's a live show hosted by Keemstar on Tuesday, and how it used to work is that live stream, the VOD would go members only. But what they would do is they would put out like an edited version. They would just like shave out all the fluff, maybe shave out some of the content so there's a little bit left in that members only VOD. But give a decent experience to the free audience of like what that live episode was like. And then suddenly,
it's terrible is what it is. Spoiler alert, it's fucking awful.
It probably did benefit from the editing, which is another reason why it's annoying that they've gotten rid of it. Because there's some stuff that should be edited out.
But just they have like they've spun the wheel of cursed editors and landed on the worst one every single time.
Yeah, they got like, it's silly. Well, the thing is, they got it in 2, because Connor was great. The one who called in the biggest problem, who got fired for calling Keemstar a retard. He was great. But
which is fine. It's like Keem was just like a retard.
Keem's a pussy. So he's like, "Oh, you can't disrespect your boss. I can't work with this kid anymore."
Oh, fuck off. God, I hate that shit. It's the internet, man. Don't take it so fucking seriously.
But yeah, they had a perfectly good editor. Keem fired him because he's too much of a pussy. And since then, it's just been a cavalcade of terrible... Well, it's like, there was like one guy who, it seemed like he was doing fine, but I guess they were like, he was too slow and he didn't know the lore, so he didn't do any funny edits. And then they hired another guy who turned out to be a weirdo. So they fired him before he even started. And then they hired the guy who does PKA, the PKA's producer, Zach. They hired him. And he edited the episode Vito was just on. And the edit was so bad. It was so laughably bad that Keemstar is convinced he did it on purpose and someone paid him to sabotage him.
PKA sabotaged our podcast.
Yes.
God, I want to slam my head up against the wall.
I like the doo-boo-boo-boo. That's listen.
I hate it.
I like LolCow Live. I enjoy listening to it. They keep having L after L. I wish they would just stop. I wish they would just go back to being a show. Cause like, I swear to you, this like, it's been getting worse recently, but to me, this was like a sharp decline. Cause up until this point, I was having a great time. I like caught up on it. Like I haven't been listening from day one, but like I liked it enough that I binged through the back catalog and am caught up. But lately it's just been suffering because of Keemstar. Because Keemstar's
wasted your time.
Because Keemstar's a spurg. Keemstar's a spurg and he's ruining the show. I like him as a person on the show, but as the producer of the show, making all the creative decisions and firing all the editors, really, really terrible. And with that, we can stop talking about Keemstar on this fucking Dragon Ball podcast.
Yeah, you can, but all right, let me end it with this then. You can tell that he's a pro wrestling fan because he wants to be Vince McMahon so bad. The WWE fucked everyone up when having like the head guy that actually owns the company is like he's the sort of like head heel, and Keem wants to be the head heel on the show so bad, but he sucks at it, and so does your show. So anyway, yes, Dragon Ball Curse of the Blood
Oh,
Rubies. Let's
sorry. I
fucking
did have
go.
one last thing I wanted to say that I forgot. Just real quick. Just quick
Okay.
plug.
Okay.
If you ever listen to any episode of LolCal Live ever in your life, this Sunday, the Dick Masterson guest spot is coming out, and I have a feeling it's going to be the best episode of the show by a country mile.
Is it good? At least that'll be something worth watching.
Yeah, Dick's gonna go. Dick's gonna have Boogie's gonna have a great time on that episode. I'm sure. Just really.
What are you talking about, Dick? Oh, I'm not a huge fucking bitch.
I just want to hear. I hope Dick just does like an hour of fat jokes just at
Oh God,
Jordy
yes.
and Boogie.
Dude, that would be fucking great. I hope he fucking slaughters fucking Keemstar too. Like
Keemstar
live
isn't on,
or...
unfortunately.
Oh, what a little bitch! What a little
he doesn't.
bitch.
Dick went on the podcast, which Keemstar has nothing to do with.
Oh, fuck off, Keem. Get on the fucking. Just make it a live stream. Just make it a fucking.
I think
live stream.
They tried to get him on the live stream, and he like wasn't into it. And then just they were looking for guests for the podcast portion, and Tommy reached out to him personally, and he came on because Tommy asked him.
Oh Christ! All right, well at least it'll be a good episode with Tommy on. Tommy and Dick's going to be a good fucking episode.
Yeah, Tommy and Dick have never been on anything together before, and I'm really interested to hear that dynamic.
Well, they were on that big multi creator stream that Salvo
were they?
had. I think it was like Fireball 2 or something like that.
Okay, I'll have to check that out.
I know it was a contest, but I think it was Vito and Ethan Ralph the first time, or no, it was Dick and Ethan Ralph. Oh, the Ralph retort. That was on first, and then I think it was Dick and Vito the second time, but him and Tommy C were on the same stream at the same time at one point in time. It was a good fucking stream too.
Yeah, I gotta check that one out. But folks, what we checked out before that was Dragon Ball Curse of the Blood Rubies.
Curse of the Blood Rubies has nothing to do with the LolCal podcast. Yeah.
Have we even been doing the summaries for these? I realized I forgot how to do my show format. Just getting so into Dragon Wheel. I feel like we haven't even been doing the paragraph summaries of the films.
I could have swore that you have, but since you don't think that we may not be doing, since you
maybe
think we may not be doing that, go ahead.
I assume incompetence of myself. I just had this intrusive thought of wait, have I been doing this? And I always assume the answer is no when I have that thought.
That's your self-loathing getting to you, going, "Fuck, I suck. Oh God, I'm not doing this correctly." I deal with that all the time. I always think that I'm fucking something up.
This movie is so the Dragon Ball movies, all of them are kind of, besides all three of the ones that came out during Dragon Ball's run, where the premise is, what if it's this arc of Dragon Ball but different villains and side characters?
Yeah, but all the exact same fucking conclusions, though.
Yeah, but the same conclusions, the same characters, a lot of the same moments outside of the antagonists and their thing. And that's what's happening here. This is the first, so we're taken to the beginning of Dragon Ball, where instead of dealing with Emperor Pilaf, Goku and friends, start their journey. We get the regular scenes. Goku gets his Nimbus, he meets Yamcha in the desert, all that. But surrounding it, rather than Emperor Pilaf and his shenanigans, are King Gilgamesh. He's running a village, and he sucks, and he's mean, and he's greedy, and he's fucking up the city. So a little girl goes on an adventure to find somebody to save her village, and of course runs into Goku and friends along the way. And long story short, it's Gilgamesh and his army versus Goku and friends in an epic battle for the Dragon Balls.
Dun, 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 Dragon Ball.
So we were pretty sour, or at least sour-ish, on the previous Dragon Ball movie we discussed. It was I think you were more positive on it than me, but neither of us rated it particularly high.
I wasn't too sour. I wasn't too sour on it, but I did come in with a little bit more hype because I was really into watching the Dragon Ball movies, and I really want to watch the GT Dragon Ball movie real bad because I've never seen any of them before.
Yeah, so this movie, I guess I kind of want to get your take first. So, how'd you feel about this one?
So far, I think it's head and shoulders like way better than the previous Dragon Ball movie we watched. This one was kind of cool. I like the character development a little bit more. That you can tell that it wasn't like it wasn't too terribly rushed, and that they had enough time to give everyone a little mini arc. And I appreciated that. I appreciated that it was a real sped up, stripped down, bare bones version of, like how you said, what if Dragon Ball, how the Dragon Ball beginning, but different scenarios, characters, etc., etc. And I think they did much better with this iteration than they did the other one, because this one looks a little bit better. It's better animated. I even went ahead and since you like the English dub versions, right?
Oh, so you watched the
Generally,
dub this time?
yeah. So I watched the dub this time. That way, I'm not like it's not like
Oh,
the last time
that
where
reminds
I'm
me.
saying like jokes like happened here and there, but then you didn't get that because you watched the English
That
one.
reminds
So
me that there's a deeper Dragon Ball opinion I have to address here because it's relevant.
okay,
So out of the original three Dragon Ball movies, 2 out of 3 of them, the only existing dub is one they made in like the early 2000s with a bunch of different voice actors you wouldn't recognize now. Um, and this is the only one they actually redubbed like somewhat recently. Not super recently, but recently enough that it's a whole different ball game where it has like the professional Funimation sound quality, the Dragon Ball cast
yeah,
that you're used to.
yeah.
With one thing that has changed in Dragon Ball in the past few years is voice acting relating to Gohan and young Goku specifically. There was once an actress named Stephanie Nadolny. She was with the series from the beginning of its English dub history, not the beginning, but the beginning of Funimation doing it. And she played both young Gohan and when they dubbed Dragon Ball Kid Goku. And at some point in like 2010, she was replaced with the voice actress you hear in this movie, Colleen Clickenbeard. She also replaced her as Gohan. So this is who you hear as Gohan nowadays as well. And she's voicing Goku here. And a lot of people have a lot of different opinions about these two voice actors. I don't know if you even remember the difference.
I
uh,
haven't really noticed because I remember Dragon Ball, but like it's been such long periods in between like
you
every
haven't you haven't
episode I
noticed at
ever
all that
watched.
like young Gohan sounds different in like recent video games versus when you watched it as a kid?
Oh, I haven't been paying to the video games lately. I guess I should because they seem really, really good.
Yeah, Dragon Ball Fighters is amazing. And the new one that's coming, which is a sequel to Budokai Tenkaichi, it's Budokai Tenkaichi 4 essentially, but it has a different name. It looks amazing. The graphics on it are fucking the most beautiful shit I've ever seen. And there are a lot of characters revealed. It boasts having more characters than even Tenkaichi 3 did.
Oh wow,
And
that's a bold statement.
it's looking really good, Mo. It's looking real good.
All
Spark it,
right.
Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Look into it.
God, I swore no more AAA games, but maybe I'll break that vow for that game. I don't know. But another big positive that I'll already give this movie, 50-minute runtime. I fucking
Yes,
love
that's
that.
that's
Like
cool.
it's
But
so nice, so
real quick,
nice.
I didn't finish my thought regarding the voice actresses.
Oh, go ahead, go ahead.
Um, people shit on the new one. People retroactively shit on the old one. It's a whole big war. I'm in the middle where I think Colleen, the new one, the current one, the one you heard in this movie, she's great as Gohan. I think she nails Gohan. I think she's perfect for the character of Gohan. I think the old voice actress fit Goku much better. It irks me to hear Colleen as Goku. Like she does not sound right as Goku. It annoyed me when they did DLC for Fighters. They did GT Goku for Fighters, and Goku in GT was voiced by Stephanie, so she was replaced by Colleen for the DLC. It just doesn't sound right. It's more of a go. It's more subdued. Like Stephanie sounds more like the fun, lackadaisical. Like she gives that vibe more as Goku, whereas Colleen puts on like a more like proper like kitty voice that fits Gohan better. It's like
Yeah.
So I think both of them are good in different roles, and it's unfortunate that they never get to play them opposite of each other. They're strictly replacements, and it annoys me when Colleen has to be Goku because I think Stephanie nailed that role. Um, I will show you what I mean. Hopefully, if I think Colleen is only in one of these movies is Goku. It's Path to Power, I believe. She might be Goku in I don't remember what I was gonna say. She might be Goku in something. Oh, she might be in the GT movie. I don't remember if Goku Jr. has the same voice actress that Kid Goku does, but she might be in the GT movie as well. She's definitely in Path to Power. So, in what could either be next week or a year from now, you guys might see what I mean about Stephanie Nadolny, and I might be able to point it out to Mo. But yeah, I think Colleen doesn't work as Goku. I think she gave it her all here, and I think she did okay. Like I'm much more satisfied with her as Kid Goku here than I was in Fighters, but it still doesn't quite work for me.
All right, well, fair point, fair opinion, fair opinion.
I don't know how you felt with no better voice to compare. I'm sure without the bias, she's probably pretty okay.
Well, I'm just happy that we get the quality actors of VAs for both Dragon Ball iterations. So I think I'm fairly pleased with, because I'm trying to be a little bit more nice here. Because check this out, this is where we're veering off Dragon Ball topic, but Cartoon Network has a little bit of a mini revival of the Space Ghost IP, right? And they got a lot of Space Ghost as villains and a couple of the old VAs to reprise their roles, Moltar and Brack and Zorak. Unfortunately, the VA died. I think C.K. Croker, I think was his name. Like I'll look it up in a sec. Something C. Martin Croker, I believe, the voice of Zorak. Yeah, C. Martin Croker. Okay, yeah, he unfortunately died, so they got a new VA, and some people. I like to think that I helped lead the charge of positivity in this because it's where it happened. Because I follow a couple of like old school Hanna Barbera retweeting bots and stuff, and they all have. Sometimes the real person shows up to talk because we'll talk sometimes, and we all sort of led the little mini charge of, hey, you guys, don't shit on him too hard. He's like a new VA, and we should be happy that we're even getting Zorak back. Because normally, if a character dies, like it's super, super controversial to even bother trying to replace the VA. But they did, and it got ultimately did get the respect and love that they deserved, and I really enjoyed that.
Can I give my my hot take in that regard?
Sure.
I think it's like straight up stupid to even hesitate to recast a character in the event of death.
Well, no, I mean, like, well, I disagree a little bit there. Like, unless it's like a main character, you don't have a choice. But it's sort of like with C Lab 2021. You know, the dude who played Captain Murphy, he ended up dying, so they retired his fucking character. But they didn't kill the character, but they sent him off to do like some other mission in that universe. So you know, I kind of get it.
I think if it's convenient and it does not impede any plans you have in any significant way, it's fine. But you should never bend over backwards to avoid using a character. It should never affect the art. The person playing the character is an extension of the art. They are not the definition of the art. The definition of the art is like the whole production, all the writing, all the executing. That actor is just the person who brings the character to life. And as much as it sucks when you lose that person, it's still you still want to tell that story if that's what's in your head. I don't think it should ever be like people should veer their fucking plots off because
Yeah.
a voice actor died. I think that's completely silly.
All right. Well, I mean, I got you on that, and I'm not going to really die on this molehill here because you know I ain't trying to turn into a mountain either. But I agree with you to a point. It's just that it sucks that we have to have the conversation of like who's going to fill the shoes of this person.
Isn't that's why like the Dragon Ball anime has been off the air for so long because they don't want to recast Bulma because the Japanese Bulma kicked it.
That really sucks too. It's a shame. She was She seemed like a really nice person. I've seen some interviews. She seemed very chatty, very nice.
Yeah, she was talented. She was nice. She played the role for the entire franchise's history.
Yeah.
So I
Yes.
understand in that regard, but at the same time, you are letting arcs pile up in the manga that you have to adapt. Like, just get on with it. You're gonna have to pick somebody eventually.
Yeah, and that is true. Like the lady who plays Goku and Gohan and Goten.
Yeah, before they all
know,
die, let's get on it. Let's get as many of them as possible in there.
I think she was like 80 or I think like 70 or 80 years old the last time I checked, and that was several years ago. So
Yeah,
she's up there in years, and I hate to think of it because she's like such an like her the Japanese VA for Goku and Gohan and Goten and Kid Goku. She's such a fucking iconic fucking person. Like it'll be extremely difficult to recast that fucking role in Japan because how do you fucking
well, to be
do
fair,
that?
Japan has Japan has successfully recasted Akira Toriyama. Dragon Ball is
No,
continuing without Akira Toriyama, so I'm sure
recasted fucking Akira Toriyama.
That's what I'm saying. So if Goku's voice actress dies, it'll suck. But I think life will find a way because even without Akira Toriyama, life is finding a way.
Dr. Malcolm, life finds a way.
Dragon Ball will find a way. Dragon Ball is eternal. It will live forever.
I know,
forever.
and it would be. It's sad. I don't even want to think about it because like these people have been in my life for like ages, and it's so weird to think that the thing that you're. We touched upon it in like the show that you and I do weekly. We recorded every Monday called Largest Issue, and my issue
Not
was
what it's
every.
called. You and
Gingy
the Balls.
Issue Crew. Fuck. Yeah. God damn it. That was the last thing I read in the fucking group chat there too.
Yeah, me making fun of Gingy for saying that.
Yeah, I guess it was just stuck in my fucking head. God damn it. Oh yeah, the fucking Issue Crew. My issue was my past being murdered. Or like
I read that. I was asleep for most of that issue. So you wanted to what was it? You can summarize it real quick for your boy.
Yeah, the super duper TLDR of it all is I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos, and like sometimes it'll be fucking it'll be tapings of like a live wrestling event or something, and every so often they'll have even commercials still in there. I guess just to give you that little warm and fuzzy nostalgia feel. And I started seeing all these commercials, for old game dev studios that I fucking loved in the late 90s. 989 Studios, then EA, Challenge Everything, and all that shit, right? And then I compare the past to now and how drastically low quality the future has been so far in regards to the past. And I think everything's gotten worse. And on top of everything, a lot of shit that I grew up with, like iconic scenery, stupid things like restaurants, game stores, stuff like that. They're just being fucking bought and sold and just closed out, right? And it's happening in today, these days too. Your generation, when you reach my age, you're going to remember shit like this, right? Today, as of this recording on May the 7th, Microsoft shut down a ton of fucking game dev studios that made some successful games. And the game studio that made Hi-Fi Rush, the successful game of the year, the indie successful game of the year last year, shut the fuck down. But the game studio that made that shitty Redfall video game is still up and running and kicking. So, like, you get to see your childhood and your early adulthood being murdered in front of you guys in real time, and I lose sleep over that. That was my issue last night.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's that's some real shit.
Yeah, it freaks me out too because I accidentally fell into the YouTube hole of watching top 10 iconic American restaurants that may be going, that may be declaring bankruptcy in 2024, and it's like a ton of fucking restaurants and stuff that I loved as a kid. I'm like, dude, I thought everything was okay. Oh shit. And I had no idea this restaurant closed out 95% of its stores all across America. There's only 3 left in Texas. I'm like, oh, fuck me.
Wow.
Yeah, it made me sad. So, like, sometimes, I don't like nostalgia. Anyway, getting off topic there. My bad, my bad.
Yeah, I understand that.
Sorry, I really brought down the mood here, huh? Dragon Ball, like, light and
Yeah,
whimsical,
the Dragon
and
Ball, yay,
yeah,
adventure!
and here I am, the inevitable, just unstoppable marching force of time and progress, just coming in, just slaughtering everything, just stomp, slice, slash, stomp, slash.
So this movie was very well animated, very well executed. I think the shrunk down fun little version of the beginning of Dragon Ball is good from beginning to end. Of course, it has a couple of those weird scenes at the beginning of the Dragon Ball that you'd rather forget. But it's still okay. They had to be true to the source material, I suppose.
Well, it's not like, they veered off, like there was source material, but back in those days it wasn't really that well defined, right?
Wait, what are you saying? What do you mean by that?
Oh, I might have just like veered off and sort of like lost. I stopped paying attention to what I was saying because you caught me in the middle of like scrolling fucking Twitter, and I was like, oh yeah,
Yeah,
and I kind of fucking veered off. My bad. Here, I'm stopping right now.
You
What were we
ignored
talking
me
about?
and replied as if you were paying attention.
Yeah, dude, I'm sorry. That's like an autopilot thing I have for like a lot of people. You kind of got wrapped up into that. My bad. What were you saying? What was the question?
I don't even fucking remember, bro.
All right. Well, then, if you don't remember, it was not important, right?
Yeah, of course.
All right. I also have been like taking hits from my pipe and shit, so that's all fun.
Oh, I was talking about how this movie has those weird scenes from Dragon Ball that you'd rather forget, but it had to go by the source material, and you started saying some shit about like how the source material isn't defined or whatever the fuck you said.
Oh, okay. What I think I was trying to say, but I was also half ignoring you, but I was trying to come up with like an intelligent answer, was it was the source quote unquote material wasn't as well defined back then because it was still discovering what its source material was. So I think they just like reiterated everything. Like you have the pee joke with fucking with Bulma, which I thought was super gross, but whatever.
That one's gross. That's there's
Oolong,
the really gross one. There's the really gross one.
Oh, it was funny. Was it that bad?
No, it's really the Master Roshi scene has always been very gross. It's less gross here actually, because I believe
I think it's
Dragon
a little bit more explicit.
No, in the original Dragon Ball, she accidentally shows him her pussy. Right? That's real. That happened.
Oh yeah. He gets a whole fucking
because he wanted to see her underwear, and what Bulma did not realize is that Goku had previously taken off her underwear in a misunderstanding because he didn't realize that some humans don't have penises or balls, so he was very confused by Bulma's lack of balls.
Gross.
So
I thought that was like when I learned that when I was like much younger, it was like, wait a minute, because I seen that scene like fucking. It was posted online like a billion fucking
times. Did Dragon Ball teach you that women didn't have penises?
No, you fucking retarded mom.
Okay.
No, I already knew that. Fucking no. That scene where Goku discovers the difference between boys and girls.
They're gone.
Like, dude, that means like your grandpa allowed you to like rest on his fucking nutsack when you.
That is really fucking weird.
Oh,
that is really fucking weird.
Fucking disgusting. But yeah, that and Oolong changed into Bulma and then started like perving out on himself. like tweaking his nipples and shit, which I thought was fucking funny as hell. But still,
No. That's weird. But like, I was more talking about the flashing scene. It's like the most uncomfortable scene in Dragon Ball, and the reason why a lot of hyper leftists refuse to watch Dragon Ball because it has that scene in it, and I don't blame them all the way.
Gross. But blah blah.
But life
blah.
goes on. I've accepted that the scene happened. I'm not a fucking bitch who's gonna be like, oh, it ruins it. I don't fucking care. It happened. Whatever. This movie, I liked the new little plot. I thought the villains were, if not a little forgettable, enjoyable at the very least. I really
I
like.
could have swore the big dude and the redhead babe, aren't they like in like Dragon Ball maybe a couple of more times as a bit part or whatever? Like they kind
I
of look real
don't.
familiar.
You see, I don't know if they're reusing characters here. What is and is not reused, because Pansy seems really familiar. She's in the show, isn't she?
No, I think that's you confusing her with Ariel.
She the redhead bitch that Goku meets in the village.
Yeah,
Okay.
like she looks almost exactly like her.
Okay, so Pansy's a new character then, because she looked very familiar. But yeah, I don't know. Well, the blonde chick kind of looks like, or I guess she's a redhead, blondish, redheadish. Kind of looks like Launch. That might be where you're kind of getting it from. I don't know.
Oh, quite possibly. And the big dude kind of looks like the Frankenstein's
Yeah,
monster
he looks like
character.
Ader. Yeah.
Yeah, so they're probably reskins. But I love, like, in this movie, how they really played into what Dragon Ball actually really was, and with the humor and all that. Like, Yamcha is still really, really, like, skittish, in front of women and
The
all
scene
that.
where
Doesn't
Yamcha
quite.
goes stiff and like falls off of a cliff, like without any part of his body moving at all, just like completely stiff, like tips off of the cliff. That was the funniest visual I've ever seen.
I love how he just gets shot all up to hell, and only like the blood rubies are like hit, but they're not even broken. I was like, oh, okay, so we're just going to do
But
anime logic
Yamcha,
for this, huh?
Yamcha wouldn't even die if he got shot, right? Because
Well, no, she
Yamcha at this
that
point
that
is Yamcha at this point is just as strong as Goku, and Goku is just like slightly perturbed by bullets.
well, yeah, but that redhead chick unloaded a full fucking mag into him, and that's got to have left a mark at the very least.
No,
But
it would leave a
it's
mark, but I
anime
don't.
logic, so I don't really care that much.
It would leave a mark. I don't know. I like dumb power scaling conversations in Dragon Ball, and I think this is an interesting point of discussion because
Yeah.
like Bulma also unloads a clip into Goku, right? And he's just like, that hurts a little bit what you just did.
Oh, yeah, he took like fucking 4 consecutive headshots, like in a row.
And canonically, at this point, they skipped this part in this movie. But in the original Dragon Ball, there's 2 fights between Goku and Yamcha, and Yamcha wins the first one. So Yamcha's at least as strong as Goku was when he got shot by Bulma. So I don't think a gun would have done much.
God damn, man. How the mighty have fallen. Fucking poor ass Yamcha.
Yeah, Yamcha beats Goku in his first appearance. It's his first and only feat.
And he doesn't do too bad throughout the entire fucking series. But then DBZ happens, and he's all like, well, I gotta play fucking back fiddle. Oh, here he is. Sticky hands. Get to the
There he
history of
is.
Trunks already.
That's up to the wheel, man. That's up to the wheel.
Up to the wheel, motherfucker. Anywho.
I also want to do History of Trunks. It is one of my favorite, if not my favorite, of what we're going to be covering.
History these nuts, bitch.
What's going to happen is we're going to land on evolution, and then I'll be like, when are we going to do it, Mo? And Mo's going to be like, I don't know. And then the show's going to die.
All right. So, what's a scene that sort of stuck? What's a scene that sort of stuck out for you? Like, what's a good one? One of the ones that you really liked a whole lot.
I feel like that's dangerously treading on wrap-up question territory.
Just don't give your like obvious answer for like best scene or anything. I don't know, making conversation at this point.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm trying to think of something besides
the bummer. The bummer about the short running time is that it kind of doesn't take a whole lot of time to talk about everything involved in the movie. Well, I guess we
Oh,
could
here's a little
talk about.
thing. Real quick before I forget about this. Here's a little thing I want to highlight. I really liked the the fucking like Star Fox jet battle between Bulma and Goku and the two army people. that
Yeah,
was
that was
that was
very
animated
interesting.
surprisingly well, and it was fun. I dug that scene. That was a fun little thing.
Yeah, since the last Dragon Ball movie, I've learned to keep an eye out for their reused fucking animation scenes. And there's like 2 or 3. Like I think both the Bulma's plane and the other bad guys' fucking plane has like 2 reused animation shots apiece for the guns. And I always think that's kind of funny now that I've started to really notice that.
Now that you've picked up on it, yeah.
Mhm. It doesn't drag down the quality or anything. I get it now.
You just feel like you're clued in to like extra information. You're inside the baseball.
Yes. I really did love Puar. I think that's his name, right? The cat.
Yeah, Yamcha's
Puar?
sidekick, the cat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Puar and Oolong's interactions with each other. You get like a real succinct fucking history lesson on the both of them. It was like, oh, I remember you. You failed out of shapeshifting class because you kept fucking stealing panties, and I thought that was the funniest fucking thing because that's like canon to the lore of Oolong, and also like any episode that has like heavy Oolong stuff tends to be like one of my favorite scenes. Like
Oolong
I
is
love.
fun. I love Oolong.
Yeah, it's really it kind of
He's a
sucks that
scumbag, but I love him.
we lost like by the time the Saiyan arc really hit, you pretty much don't get any more. You don't really get any more of the original Dragon Ball uh groups like the original iteration of the Z Fighters is magic anymore.
You know, sometimes
Uh, it, it,
Oolong like hangs out with Master Roshi and is like, "Man, remember when we were useful characters?" Like that. That's what Oolong does now.
Yeah, that they're banished to the fucking island of fucking misfit toys. You know, it fucking sucks because
I like how they gave him. I like how they went out of their way to give him a bit in Battle of Gods.
yeah, that was enjoyable. I
He
like that a whole
has
lot.
to
I was
play
glad to
rock
have
paper
that.
scissors for the fate of the Earth. It's pretty good.
Oh God,
But
shaka
yeah,
shaka
just
shaka shaka.
don't listen. I know we're on live stream, but this is a taping, and the dead air does get cut out of the final edit. You don't have to
Yeah,
make
but
silly noises.
it doesn't get cut out in my fucking live stream, so I'm
Yeah,
sitting there with my dick in my hand.
but it's a taping though, so these people have to be ready for the down and dirty podcasting process. There's gonna be dead air sometimes. It's gonna happen in this career.
Sticky Hands is talking all sorts of shit right
I'm
now
sure
in the
he
fucking
is.
chat. Oh, like no, not right now, Sticky Hands. Good, just hawk my link in my chat some more. That'll really help out with the exposure. I appreciate that. Hell yeah, there you go. There
Oh
you go.
yeah, there you go. Now he's chatting good.
Yeah, I liked how the bad guy has just been eating the. They're not bots, you fucking moron. Uh, well, because like most people don't even fucking chat; they just lurk a whole lot. But the bad guy fucking just eats the Dragon Balls. So by the end of the fucking movie, you find out. Oh yeah, I love the way that they fucking murked the fucking bad guy was really creative. I think the victory goes to fucking Bulma because she just calls forth great and mighty Shenron. Pop this fucking bitch like a goddamn pimple. And he fucking exploded him and took out the entire castle. Can we also talk about how Shenron didn't really look like he did a whole fuck of a lot until like near the end of the credits, where you see the lake returning and everything. So it took a while for all he did was just take the wealth out of the land and left them even poorer. now, so now they have no way of making money or investing in a little peasant stock market or anything. Now they have fucking turnips and fucking donkey shit. They don't have the fucking blood rubies anymore. So boo fucking Shenron, to Shenlong. He fucking took their wealth and the way of trade pretty much away from them.
That's the most retarded thing I've ever heard, Mo. Obviously, the whole movie is telling you the lore is that the Blood Rubies carry a deadly curse. And the Blood Rubies are the reason why the village is run down and dying. The Blood Rubies are the reason.
Well, you tell me how the villagers are going to be able
hungry.
to pay rent and bills and taxes at the end of the year?
They're going to farm.
IRS is
they're going to do exactly what they did before they found the Blood Rubies. They're going to have their humble little farm, and they're going to be fine.
Yeah, but with Biden's Build Back Better program, that attacks the farmers at this level. They're going to be ran out by big government. You just wait and see. Build Back Better. More like thanks, Obama.
Yeah, you're right. The Pansy family farm probably isn't doing too well nowadays. You're right.
Hey, if you were fucking getting offended by that, it's a fucking joke. Calm the fuck down. Come on.
How did you feel about the true hero of this movie, Pansy?
Oh, yeah. Everyone was just sort of forgot about the fucking girl and about the mission that they were all on. And, they were like, I want, I want. And then the little girl goes, hey, I want to fucking wish you bastards.
Well, no, well, to be fair, the mission was not to get her a wish. The mission was to get the king to fuck off and stop messing with them. Which that's what they were doing. Bulma never promised to give up her wish. She still intended to wish on those motherfuckers. But Goku said he would beat up the bad king.
Well, I guess they sort of did that. I mean, Shenlong sort of fucking did that.
It was all thanks to Bulma.
Yep. Pretty much the big hidden hero of the whole fucking thing's got a body count now. She's dropping suckers.
Well, no, because the king lived.
Well, I mean, the bad guy king didn't. Thingy.
Yes, he did.
Well, no, I know you got the human king.
He's that weird slug-looking guy who shows up at the end.
Okay, well, I guess she just won, so she's got a fucking win under her belt.
Hey, yeah, she's got to win for sure. he turns back into what's supposed to be a human, but looks like a weird slug man still, and he's like, "I'm sorry, I didn't know that killing you would kill you. I'm so ashamed."
He looks like a weird fucking croaking bullfrog. Mo, is this a misogynistic safe space?
Redox is on his shit tonight. Fuck off, Redox. Come on.
Well, wait, hold on. Wait, how is this? No, I'm I'm heaping praises upon Bulma. What are you talking about?
Yeah, we're talking about how much we love women right now.
No, we weren't even fucking being like, catty or anything. We were talking like who gets the credit. So it's either, the little girl gets the fucking credit.
He's talking about why he's talking about you not reading his chat about fucking Jackie earlier. I can't.
Yeah. No, I'm ignoring that deliberately.
I'm getting annoyed by these fucking Jackie chats. Get real sick of hearing about this chick.
You want me to address his sticky hands? Give me a fucking dono. It'll fucking play on the fucking thing. I'll read it out.
Send us a super chat.
Yeah, give me a super chat.
Riley can read me like a book. So true. So true, Redox.
Tell your bots to donate. Well, my bots don't have any fucking money, but you do, so gets to donoing. Come on, don't you want to be like fucking everyone's favorite fucking podcast, the Lolcow Live or whatever?
Yeah. They get so many super chats. It's honestly unreal how much fucking money that show gets. It's not worth money. I've sent some. They're not making as much as Biggest Problem, but Dick has just mastered monetizing podcasts. He makes more than a lot of podcasts do on Biggest Problem alone. Lolcow Live is pretty close. They have like 900 something paid members. They get like 4 figures of super chats most of their Tuesday live streams. I don't know how they're doing it, but they are pulling in some money.
They got some money. They got some
People are
money,
sending in
bro.
fucking $100 super chats, which is wild. I'll send in like $2 and $5 to troll Keemstar, but ain't nobody giving him fucking 200. That's fucking ridiculous, bro.
Oh yeah, I saw that you got fucking retweeted by fucking Vito. Riley's getting them in the fucking chat. Like that was fucking funny.
Yeah, I just said a W Vito, W Tommy, W Connor, L Keem, and got a bunch of likes.
Imagine donating to them 100 at a time, dude. Yeah, fuck yeah. That's
That's
just
so
like
insane. I can't believe it.
I mean, at least for that show. I mean, like for Doctor Disrespect or like Z Laner or something, I totally get that. Tim the Tap Man totally fucking deserves the money, but you might as well just fucking burn. Oh yeah, and Google takes 30%, and then YouTube takes their fucking cut too. So you're probably getting like half of that. I think direct fucking donos are pretty much like the best way to fucking do stuff, and Mr. Medicare's got that down correct. He's got that down, fucking pat.
It's weird that Lolcow seems to have like no interest in having income stream outside of YouTube, because it seems like why wouldn't they have a Patreon?
Well, probably because they're all fucking stupid and they probably don't even know how to set one up. Like really, like there's so many points in the Lolcow podcast
Or
and
if
the live
Keemstar wasn't
streams
so
where
interested in
Keem,
having drama with funny people instead of being cool with them, get a fucking backtop buy page for Lolcow Live. Keemstar's into fucking crypto and shit.
yeah, he'll probably fucking do that. But like, if he would just like not club at his computer with his fists like a fucking caveman whenever he has to learn like new technology and shit, maybe he would actually be able to fucking do a good Patreon page. They probably do really well there, but it's Patreon, so take that with what you will. Or take that how you
I
will.
just wish I wouldn't even. I hate the creep for like podcast subscriptions because however podcasts monetize it, like whatever, you pay an amount of money, you get the bonus episodes. The Dick Show, $5. Very reasonable, very easy to give. A lot of shows kind of float in that $5 range. Maybe they go up a little bit. Some of them, even Asterios is still $2 for all his bonus episodes, so he's got the best deal in town. And it's just like once it gets to the double digits, it's a little too much. And the Lolcow Live membership is $10. If it was $5, I would have it. I would be a Lolcow Live member, but I don't want to pay $10 a month to fucking Keemstar. That's too much.
Blurg. Anywho, enough about Keemstar and the fucking Luca. Those fucking schmucks. Ugh, God. Like, it's so hard to watch their shit, man. I'm sorry. It's like, dude, like, where's the funny? Like, it was, like, kind of funny. Like, it was really funny the first episode. Then the second episode was just god-awful. I'm like, dude, this
I
is a
think they're
real
just
piece
like
of shit.
interesting, weird guys. Like that, I'm part of the real audience, and I can tell you, it's the like aspect of never knowing what you're gonna get. Like I don't mind people complain because they've done these like talky episodes, and I really don't mind it. It's kind of this mix between like 1 week they're just kind of doing a regular podcast, and they're like interesting guys because they're weird. So like the conversations they're having are like interesting. Like, I do want to know what Boogie thinks about this weird thing because Boogie is weird, and I want to hear all his weird opinions. So that works. They do like talk show type like real radio shit on their podcast sometimes. And then sometimes it's a fucking screaming match because they're lolcows and they have a short fuse. So you get the healthy mix between just like nice talk radio where you kind of get to know these fucking weird clowns more and what makes them tick, and episodes where they fucking blow up and there's a huge screaming match. That's what makes Lolcow Live work for me. And then just the presence of Tommy C to just be a funny guy to be part of all of it.
Yeah, at this point, I'm just watching for Tommy C.
Tommy's great. Tommy's too good for this shit.
Shaka Khan.
They should just do Baited again. If Keemstar wants to have a relevant money-making podcast, just get fucking Colossal is crazy. Just do Baited again.
Whatever happened to him anyway?
I don't know.
Mumkey and Burger should do a podcast. I mean, I wouldn't mind that. That would be funny.
That would be the best. I really wish that Burger would play ball because Mumkey has said he's down, but I think Burger's kind of done with him.
Yeah, oh god, I've been watching a shitload of fucking monkey content lately. Like I'm really like better hardcore back into the survival guide
They're
YouTube
so
videos.
good.
They're really really good. Fucking Junkie Moans traveling to go fucking meet Jane Goodall. That's not good. That's always going to be my absolute favorite running joke in all the monkey fucking videos. Is that Junkie wants to fuck Jane Goodall so bad. And when he gets rejected, he's like, that fucking bitch. Does she know what I've sacrificed? And then he goes, he's about to shoot up a fucking school. That's his fucking response, is that he goes fucking full Supreme Gentleman after he gets fucking rejected. It's fucking hilarious, man. I fucking love it. Burger doesn't want to admit the events of Black Friday. What the fuck?
No, I don't want to talk about this shit. Jesus Christ. I'm going to time Redox out. I swear to God. Shut up.
Yeah, Redux, you better chill. Fucking, I think aren't you a mod here?
I am a mod. I do have the power to time Redox out.
Why do you want to talk about it so much, Redox? Like, why is that like a thing? Like,
a bad thing happened.
Didn't that happen like years and years ago?
Yeah, a bad thing happened. Fucking 6 years ago, a guy hit his girlfriend. He got arrested. He went through the fucking legal system. He got fucking whatever the term is for it. Not what is it called? Not exonerated. It's like exonerated is more. What's like exonerated but less? What is that word? Acquitted. Thank you. He got acquitted, and now he's out and he's sober and he's living his life. And I'm happy for him, and he seems to have changed for the better. Now I hear Redox is talking shit, saying that he doesn't admit to fault that night, which I haven't heard. If it is true, it's bullshit, and he needs to learn to take accountability, because he did some bad things that night, to the extent of which is kind of murky. But he did a bad thing that night. Jackie was hit and abused. I've never denied that. Okay, Redox, there. He lies about Black Friday. He doesn't admit it. Okay, I'd have to see evidence of that. I don't want to talk about this anymore. You seemed really hard up on me addressing it tonight. So there you go. You get a big statement to fucking sink your teeth into.
It's crazy. It seems like you're the one that gets the most in trouble for like this event, and you weren't even passively involved in it.
Yeah, like Burger doesn't hear about this shit anymore. He got like all of his friends he cares about back. Like Jackie left the internet years ago. Like I get more grief for this than anybody because of fucking Redox.
What's going to be crazy is all this shit's going to come back. Like, so this is a Moe prediction. Right, all this weird internet shit somehow that you've been like involved with for like the last 5 years, all of it's gonna resurface just because like someone like Redox themselves just constantly like goes on fucking streams that you're on and gets you to fucking talk about this shit, and it all like ends up coming all back to you, but people's lives get ruined and all that. It's gonna be all Redox's fault.
Yeah, Redox
like, you are gonna get all the blame.
I'm the fall guy. Redox is the puppet master. Yeah, that's why he's been watching all my content. He's been studying me for his big scheme.
Like he's watching you like a fucking stock in the stock market. All right, it's gonna go up. Oh no, sell. Ah. So I've been watching a lot of stock market videos and stuff. So I'm super into that right now again. I've gotten back into it, and I've made some money too. I turned $45 into nearly $300 so far in a couple of weeks.
That's pretty good.
So that's nice.
Making money.
Yeah, because I'm not like doing like long fucking calls and shit. Pardon me. I'm just doing hit and runs. Like, do this. Oh, okay, this went up fucking 50 points. I got like $75 in my pocket or $50 in my pocket. Just like in and out, grab the bag, fucking run back to base. As long as they don't fucking go tag your as long as you don't lose the bag. Because that's how the fucking stock market game is. Like, you run toward the bag and everyone else doesn't want you to have it. And they're trying to tag you. And as soon as they tag you and they go, tag you're it, you lose the fucking bag. And I've been able to fucking run and grab the bag and go back to home base. Do you remember ever playing? Did you ever play hide and seek when you were a kid, Riley?
Wait, you mean like in real life?
Yeah, when you were a kid.
Of course.
Okay, I mean, I don't know. Like y'all's generation's so different.
You know,
And all
hide and seek is a whatever you call it when it's a generational. Everybody has it.
It's like a common thing.
Yeah. Everybody knows hide and seek.
Oh, okay. Well, because it's the fucking internet and life. You know, all these kids just stay inside and they're on their Xboxes and their Nintendo Wii's and all that, and they just never go out now. They're playing their Pokemons and their Call of Duties, called everyone the F slur. You know, just going nuts. They don't ever go outside. So that's good. That's good. The N word, actually. Well, I mean, it's all of them. Like, it's
what
so
N word
funny.
is it? Okay.
Hey, it's your podcast, not mine. You know, if you get banned, I'm still
We're on your kick channel. Yeah,
it's fine. Like, don't say it. But you know, like, I'm not going to really get in trouble. But just don't
say the N word. It's bad if you say the N word.
Say Keem's famous line.
Alex is a fucking okay.
God, I saw Keem's name. Now I want to rant on him again, but I'm not going to.
You have more to say about Keem?
I always have more to say about King. Like Keem, he used to be like a fucking force to be reckoned with, and now he's kind of like a soy cuck beta male. He really fucking like comes off as this like, you know, like he's just want to be alpha, but you know his dick don't work, you know, so he's got to fucking like find like other assistants to get it up. He's just kind of like, you know,
he's a narcissist. He's Maddox. He's fucking Maddox. He's a narcissist who will fucking do anything and completely ignore the ramifications on his career no matter what for his own pride because he's a narcissist.
I'll be laughing my ass off if clips of this show with this fucking Dragon Ball Curse of the Blood Rubies fucking thing is just like all on there. It's like this is like all these fucking losers talking shit about me.
Yeah, this is Keemstar, like what he reacts to before he even gets the cows in the call. He's like, this Dragon Ball podcast was talking shit.
These sons of bitches, fuck them.
I don't even make any money. We have 3,000 concurrent viewers. They have 3 concurrent viewers. What are they even talking about, bro?
Anywho, back to Blood Rubies, because we're going to have to wrap this up soon.
Yeah,
I don't know if I have anything else to say on this movie.
Yeah, before there's more Keemstar than Dragon Ball, let's do our wrap-up questions and then do our wheel. So, favorite character in this film?
I'm gonna go ahead and go with Oolong.
Oolong, okay.
Hell yeah, fuck yeah, Oolong.
I'm gonna go with Yamcha.
I
was a Yamcha fan this time.
I love how he's just shooting at fucking both Goku and fucking Oolong at the same time with his fucking sick ass fucking gun. He's all like karate, Hwa-cha, Wolf Fang Fist. Ugh.
Wait, Yamcha didn't have a gun. He had a sword.
Yeah, he did. No, he had a sword and a gun.
He did?
Yeah, that was his intro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was just shooting at him. They were doing the dance.
I'll be real with you. I might have missed that second. I'll be 100% with you all. I'll admit to my faults. I definitely last minuted this movie really hard. I was watching it like on my phone at work, secretly under my desk.
Oh my god, you're a bad employee.
I might have missed a few little visual details. It wasn't probably. I was like doing work on my computer, kind of. It didn't actually. I did it in like multiple sessions while I was waiting for other things. It's not like I was like doing nothing and watching the movie the whole time. I like split it up. Some of it I did on break, but I was trying to get it in during work hours because it was the only time I could figure it out. And I still saw most of it. I was pretty lucky in getting it pretty conveniently set up, but I did miss where Yamcha shot them. I thought he only had a sword.
Well, who's your favorite character?
I already said that.
Oh yeah, fucking Yamcha. My bad. I
Yeah,
was ignoring you. I just sort of fucked that up. My bad.
he had some good fight scenes. He had some good moments. Him falling off the cliff, obviously, loved that. He's a silly goose. I'm a big Yamcha fan. Yamcha for the win. Favorite scene?
I'll say that it was the ending scene with Bulma throwing the Dragon Ball into the bad guy's mouth, and then Shenlong just fucking popping him like a goddamn zit. I thought that was cool.
I think I'm gonna give it to Roshi's Kamehameha. I just think it's fucking raw as hell watching him fucking just
Yeah,
annihilate a submarine.
yeah, that was fucking cool. I love how fucking Goku figured it out in like 5 minutes too.
Yeah, that's Goku's little thing. I love that for him, where he just like sees something happen and he's like, I could do that too. And Roshi's like, that takes 50 years, and he's just like, what are you
Like,
talking
oh,
about? I just
you
did it.
know, I mean, more or less 50 years.
But oh, you said your favorite scene. I almost did what you did. Now to rate the film out of 10, folks, I'm gonna say, you know what? This movie was delightful, very enjoyable. I think it is deserving of somewhat accolades. It's nothing insanely special. It's just a fun romp. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a nice, solid 7 out of 10. Maybe a little generous, but I'm feeling pretty positive about this movie. What about you, Mo?
Yeah, 7 out of 10 too. It's definitely a good 7 out of 10 fucking movie. I'd buy this in a bargain bin or something, or if there was like a cool little special like Blu-ray version of it at a reasonable price. Maybe I like pick it up. I think it would be fun to watch already.
I actually have
Goddamn,
I do have
Yan,
this one
shut
on
up.
DVD.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind like getting something like a physical copy of it, so I can put it on my little movie fucking shelf that I bought. Have all my shit displayed. It looks really nice.
Sorry, I'm updating our little ranking. We have a nice little document where we add up our scores for every movie, and we're keeping a ranking. Curse of the Blood Rubies performed pretty well. Out of our 4 movies, it is number 2. Still a good few points behind Battle of Gods, but it is defeated Yo Son Goku and his friends return, and of course the previous Dragon Ball film.
Nice. All right, I guess it's fucking spin the wheel
It's
already
time to
time.
spin that fucking wheel, boys.
Spin the wheel.
The wheel I still haven't fixed, so let's hope I don't land on like 3 repeats and we get like the anticlimax hour.
That's fine. Just let me know. Share your screen whenever you're ready, Soku.
Alright, here we go. I'm sharing.
Okay.
Are you ready
Are
to
you
spin the
ready?
wheel? Let's fucking go.
Dun dun dun.
Hey, Dragon Ball Z Cooler's
Hey,
Revenge. Wait, which one is that? That's the
it's
first one,
Cooler's
right?
Revenge.
No, because it's weird. I think Cooler's Revenge is actually the first Cooler movie. That's where he gets revenge for Frieza, and then he returns. I think the Return of Cooler or something is the second. Let me look it up. Let me make sure. Dragon Ball Cooler movies.
Well, you were really brave to fucking just Google shit, like on a screen share.
Oh shit! I forgot that
I
I
mean, like
was.
I didn't see anything, but I was like, I wouldn't have done it.
That was really scary.
Watch
That's
the
pretty
one
funny.
with Drowning Pool cut OST. I think that's like
Movie 5, Cooler's Revenge. Okay, so Cooler's Revenge is the first one.
yeah, I think that's who's the what's it's fucking Lord Slug or something like that. The fucking of Lord Slug.
What?
I don't know. Don't listen to me.
Did you just say Cooler's Revenge is the Lord Slug movie?
No,
Oh, the
no, no. I
Drowning
was
Pool,
talking
the
to
Drowning
chat.
Pool, the Drowning Pool. Okay. No, there was Drowning Pool in the Cooler movie too.
Oh God,
The
they
Drowning
do
Drowning
such a
Pool. I,
terrible.
I think Drowning Pool did the OST for like a bunch of Dragon Ball Z movies back in the day.
none of it fits like at all. Like they do like Funimation, I think it was them that was editing the fucking Dragon Ball content back in the day. They tried to get with the times, get hip with what the kids listen to, and it's not that the songs sucked, but their editing and timing was just bad. Like none of it ever fucking fit. Not Disturbed, not Godsmack, not fucking Drowning Pool. It was just badly done.
Yeah, that's fair enough. But yeah, Cooler's Revenge next time. When are we gonna review Cooler's Revenge, Mo?
Um, how about next Wednesday or Thursday?
Next Wednesday is perfect.
Alrighty, just fucking remind me, cause I will forget.
Me too, probably. So hopefully I remember before you do.
Well, alrighty then. I guess that'll be it for the Dragon Wheel. I'm taking a nice shit right now. That is
And we didn't
really
have to
nice.
read that at the end of the podcast. Mo Diggity, where can our listeners find you?
Our listeners can find me at kick.com/Moside Gaming and Moside Gaming on Twitter. MSGYT official or MSG official YT. What the fuck is my name again? I've been like getting that mixed up lately because I've been saying it like a billion fucking times. You know how you do something a million times, you just start to fuck it up just because you've done it so much.
You say it so much that you kind of forget that it's words, so it doesn't come out right.
Yeah, MSG official YT at twitter.com/Moside Gaming. That's where I am at.
And folks, of course, if you follow kick.com/Moside Gaming, you can catch these episodes live before they air on the Issue Crew podcast feed. So if you're interested in that, that's where you go to see the show. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, baby. Check out that dragon wheel. Get your dragon wheel on.
Get your dragon wheel on before anybody else gets their dragon wheel on over at kick.com/Moside Gaming, baby.
Whoop whoop.
And folks, you can find me, of course, at linktr.ee/Riely Cinematic Universe. That's RIELY Cinematic Universe. All sorts of fucking podcasts and shit and YouTube channels and all sorts of fun stuff for you to consume and enjoy every day, probably. I'm pretty sure I release something every day. It never ends in the Riely Cinematic Universe.
It just never ends.
Maybe I don't know if I air anything on Sunday. Maybe Sunday is the only Riely list day of the week.
No.
We
Sunday's
record
the
the MoCast, but that comes out on Thursdays.
So it's just all Riely all the time, all in your face.
Yeah, except for Sundays, I guess. I think. I don't think I put anything out on Sundays, but any other day, you can find something. And that's it. Goodbye. Get out of here. Go home.
Bye. Yeah, I'm ending the stream too, everyone. Y'all have a great one, okay? Take care. Bye-bye, then.